Welcome to the history. Welcome to the culture. Welcome to community that dreams and achieve. Living in change for better tomorrow. Welcome to the Eunice Malath Show.
Welcome to the Eunice Malath Show. We're delighted to have you tuning in to the program today. I'm your host, Eunice Malath. On today's program, we'll be featuring an artist by the name of Eunice Malath. She's an aspiring musician from South Sudan. We will also have the Acholi tribe of South Sudan performing their traditional dance. In addition, I'll be showing you guys how to do a little bit of a sort of like a seductive dance on the health portion of our program. And lastly, on the segment titled The Professional Life of a, we will be having the story of Jackie Robinson. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the program.
Hello everybody, my name is Eunice Malath and I am originally from South Sudan, Africa, from a tribe called Muru, and I'm a rising star, and I'm currently living in Nebraska, but I'll be living in Utah in 2 days, Salt Lake City. My family and I, we came here in December of 2003, and the reason we came here, as a lot of South Sudanese refugees have come here, because of the war was taking place and also for better opportunities and education. My singing basically started way before I even was born. My mom basically has prayed over me when I was in her womb that God would give me a voice and the desire to worship Him and have the passion to work for Him. And being part of a missionary family and a pastor family, basically when I was born with that passion, and also being in the family, being encouraged to go to church and be part of the church choirs. My singing basically started there. But for me to define myself as a singer basically started when I came to US. And I remember when we came and I went to Walmart and bought a cassette when there was one. Now everything's a DVD. How to play guitar. And basically my first song I learned in guitar was He Got the Whole World in His Hand. And I remember that from there I was blessed to go to a boarding school, and through their programs of outreach programs, they invited me to become one of the music leaders. And from there, my music and passion came through. And that's when I started knowing that I can write songs and sing and play guitar, piano, and so forth. My first song I composed is in YouTube, so check it out. It's called I Promise I'll Never. And of course, as everybody in life go through romance in high school, I was one of those. And so my first song basically was dedicated to my ex. I'm not gonna mention names, but it's called I Promise I'll Never. And I wrote it in the piano actually, then guitar. And you guys can look it up on YouTube. It's called I Promise I Never. That was my first song. It goes, I saw the stars above the heavens. I tried to take one and write how much I love you. I know I made mistakes, my baby. I know I hurt you really deep inside of you. But trust me, I tried to take it all back. But the more I try, the more I die. The more I love you, the more you hate me back. The more I say, give me one more chance, the more you say no, no. To become a musician, you have to have an open mind, and having a specific music to just inspire you will only be stuck in one area. So for me, being born in Sudan, lived in Egypt, I've seen so much. I've been around so many different, race and getting to know them. So I have different tastes. I like Egyptian, I like reggae, I like hip hop. I like soft rock, classic music. So I think I am not inspired by just one kind. That's why it's kind of hard for me to define exactly what type of artist I am, because I like all kind, and I just want to bring different energy, different music basically to South Sudan, and not just South Sudan but around the world. So I'm not really having specific music that I like all kind, but I like to stay to the positive side, you know, more godly songs and spiritual or like positive, because whatever I feed myself, who would I become? So, the things that my parents think about this music, of course, they love it, which is good, because it's always good to have parents' support. You know, that's one thing that I admire about my parents. They support me with all the positive decisions that I make. And for them, I think, because they made the decision they wanted to become a missionary, and they're a pastor's family. So me singing is what they wanted from me in the beginning anyway. So I know they're supporting me right now. You know, every time I hit the highway, even if I'm driving for 15 hours, my dad always say, "Be careful," and he prays with me and stuff like that. So having my parents' support is the biggest joy of all. They support me and they tell me to fight for what I want, and they'll be there with me.
The next segment of our program is titled Our Culture. And as people of African heritage, it is important for us to not only maintain and retain our culture, but also to promote it, because there's so many positive aspects about it. So now we're going to go ahead and watch the Acholi tribe of South Sudan perform their traditional dance. hope you enjoyed watching the Acholi tribe performing their traditional dance as much as I did. It is such a beautiful, beautiful dance that they have. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do some slower dancing on the health portion of our program. On today's program, we're going to go ahead and do 5 simple steps and incorporate it into a dance routine. And the dance routine is really simple. It is basically a sensual dance, a slow jam that you can perform for your spouse or you can perform at a social gathering. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to start by moving our shoulders side to side, just like this. Let me see you do it. Okay, very good. Just moving from side to side like that. And then we're also going to go ahead and incorporate the leg movement with it. Our shoulders are moving from side to side just like this, but the remainder of our body is remaining in one position. Just our shoulders. Okay, now our second routine is we're going to go ahead and keep our left leg still, and then with our right leg, we're going to move it forward just like that, and then come and move it backwards. We're going to move it forward and backwards. And when we move it backwards, we're moving it behind the left leg. So we're not moving it right across from it. No. So we're going forward like that, and then backwards. Forward, backwards. Forward, backwards. Now, when we're done doing that, let's go ahead and now add on moving of the hips. So when we move forward, we dip a little bit. We dip a little bit. Just like that. So we put a little swing to it. Yeah, it's like you're doing sort of like salsa dance or something. Just like that. All right, now let's bring it back. Now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing with our left leg. We're going to have our right leg remain still. So we're going to move our left leg forward, then back as we're moving the hips. Yes, just like that. And with the arm movement, you can add on to it just like that to give it a little of a sensual feel. Yes. And this dance really does make one feel real sexy. Okay, very good. Now with our next routine, we're going to go ahead and keep our left leg still, but our right leg, we're going to go ahead and use it to rotate, sort of like a globe rotation all around in a circular motion. And as we're moving our hips as well, and our hands are laid in this position. So we're going like that. We're moving our hips just like this. And we're going round, round. We'll do this routine twice. Okay, now with our fourth routine, it will require us to glide forward, and then glide backwards. And we'll have our right hand raised, but not so high like this, just a little bit high. And you're waving your fingers as you're gliding forward. So we're gonna go like that, moving our body as we glide forward. Very good. Now we're gonna move backwards. Glide forward. Let's move backwards. Glide forward one more time. Let's move backwards. Very good. You guys are doing great. Okay, now with our fifth routine, our final routine, we're just going to go ahead and use our hands and make this move like this. So what we're doing is we're using our right leg to move to the right side, and we're using it to make sort of like 2 simple steps. So the steps go like this, 1, 2, and then with the left leg we do the same thing, 1, 2. So we go 1, 2 with our hands, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's really simple. Now let's start the whole routine from the top. I hope you're not out of breath after watching the Health Matters section of our program. Now we're going to go ahead and proceed to our next program, which is the story and life of Jackie Robinson.
Robinson hit that ball. It went zooming across the left field wall. Yeah, boy.
Yes, yes, Jackie hit that ball.
And when he swung his bat, the crowd went wild because he knocked that ball a solid mile.
Hello, my name is Janet Ashley. I'm the program director at the Loves Jazz and Arts Center, located at 2510 North 24th Street. I'm so excited today to introduce you to our current exhibit that we're running here at the Loves Jazz and Arts Center, entitled Stealing Home, How Jackie Robinson Changed America. We are so jazzed here at the Jazz Center to bring this wonderful collection of such a great man and his life story to the greater Omaha community. And we invite you to come and see, hear, and learn about the great Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson, as we know him today, we talk about Jackie and baseball, but this exhibit gives us more than just baseball and Jackie Robinson's story. You'll learn about how he was very instrumental in being a part of the Civil Rights Movement. And even before the Civil Rights Movement, how Jackie was a young man that stood strong on what he believed in regards to equality here in America. For those of you who were born in the 1940s, or for those of us who were born after the 40s, I'd like to take you on a journey. Some 60 plus years ago, life seemed simple, yet for African American people, we were denied the right, and I quote, to enjoy now the rights that we feel we are entitled to as Americans, unquote. These words were spoken by Jack Roosevelt Robinson. Baseball was a popular sport in the 40s, just like it is today, but there were a lot of things that were different back in the 40s. America was segregated. There was Major League Baseball, and there was the Negro League Baseball, which consisted of professional black baseball players. Jack Roosevelt Robinson broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball on April 10th, 1947. Branch Rickey, who was the president of the Brooklyn Dodgers, announced that Robinson had signed with his team as the first African American to play in the major leagues. Jackie Robinson then became the target of vicious racial abuse. Who is Jack Roosevelt Robinson? I'd like to share some noteworthy information about this man who became to be known as Jackie Robinson. 1947, as I stated before, he broke the color barrier line in the Major League Baseball field. In his first year, he hit 12 home runs, led the league in stolen bases, and he was the National League Rookie of the Year. Jackie continued to wow fans and critics alike with his impressive athletic feats and was selected the most valuable player of the National League in 1949. An exceptional base runner, Robinson stole home plate 19 times in his career, setting a league record. His success in the major leagues opened the door for other African American players such as Satchel Paige, Willie Mays, and Hank Aaron. Robinson was also, though, a vocal champion for African American athletes, civil rights, and other social issues. He did more than change the game of baseball. Jackie Robinson helped change a nation. He continued to champion civil rights after he left baseball. Having captured the attention of the American public in the ballpark, he now delivered the message that racial integration in every facet of American society would enrich the nation, just as surely as it had enriched the sports of baseball. To those who bore witness to his electrifying play or shared his journey through the civil rights movement, Jackie's memory remains alive. Unfortunately, many of today's generation of young people don't know the history of Jackie, and we invite you to come to the Loves Jazz and Art Center and explore the history, the rich history of such a great man. You'll find that Jackie was breaking color barrier lines even before baseball. You'll find out that he was an educated man. He lettered in four sports at UCLA: track, football, baseball, and basketball. You'll find out about his family. He was a family man, how he loved his family. He loved his people. Come to the Loves Jazz and Art Center. We're open Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 5, and on Saturdays from 11 to 3. We'll also customize any tour that any group coming in the building would like. Come get jazzed at the Loves Jazz and Art Center. Thank you.
As we come to the conclusion of the program, we hope that you were inspired, educated, and you also felt empowered. So we look forward to seeing you next week for another installment of the Eunice Malath Show.
If you believe, you can achieve.